Okay, before we get started, you're going to want to have a tip measure to measure a table that will fit under your pinball machine. You'll need a wrench that'll fit the size of bolts that hold the legs on the pinball machine. There should be either a specialty key or you'll need a hexagon Allen wrench to unlatch the back box from the cabinet of the pinball machine. Also, go ahead and cut some cardboard squares out, 4 to 6 of them, to help protect your machine when you throw a ratchet strap around it to hold it secure. Hello. On this video today, I'm going to be showing how to set up or break down a pinball machine and get it prepared for safe hauling. The pinball machine I'll be using is a 1993 Data East, as you can see, Jurassic Park pinball machine. Not all pinball machines will have the same equipment or tools required to lay it over and prepare it for hauling. However, everything should be similar with maybe varying sizes of tools. Before we get started, just make sure that the machine is unplugged and the floor area around it is clear so you can walk around and not have any trip hazards in the way. Now as I unlatch this, get my key in there, I'll hold on to it. However, it's not going to fall on its own, but it's not a bad idea to hold on to it just in case. Take the key out, and to lay it over, just make sure you have a good hold of it because it is heavier than it looks. And then from here, take this extension cord and drop it back into the back of the machine so it'll be out of the way. There's not a trip hazard later on. Now that I got a table that's large enough to fit under the pinball machine, I will center it. So the weight will be roughly centered on the table once we lift it up. Now on the count of 3, we will lift. 1, 2, 3. And before you release all the weight, just make sure it's centered and everything is good. Okay, now with the legs off the ground and all the weight supported by the table, I will begin to unbolt the legs. It's kind of dark, so I have the bolts spotlighted, but on this machine, they're just the 2 bolts, and I got my wrench, so I'll just go around, take them off one at a time, set them to the side and out of the way. Okay, now that the legs are removed, I'm going to lift up the top piece, slide a blanket in between the cabinet and this top box, and that'll help prevent any rubbing as the thing gets transported. Alright, now to ensure safe travels of the pinball machine, you'll want to get a ratchet strap, at least about 10 feet long, and we'll secure the top down to prevent it from moving and rubbing and perhaps bouncing while it is in transport. Now the tricky part here is going to be getting the strap under the table, but it's not something that requires 2 people. Anyway, I'm going to start by just setting the strap around here. Alright, and all I have to do is just lift up a little little bit, slide her under there. Get her in a position so you can strap her down. Now what you want to do, start ratcheting, but you will not want to go really tight, because you're going to put cardboard, once it gets semi-tight, too tight right there, enough slack in there. You'll want to take your cardboard pieces, slip them in these corners. Now that she's tight, she's ready to be moved, transported, hauled, and hopefully it'll be safe and be ready to use when you get it to your next destination. Thank you.